Hey everybody, I bet you're wondering how I got myself into this situation, right? We'll get back to that in a bit. But first, I want to tell you all about what I did this summer. Instead of lounging by the pool, I spent my time wading through a very special river right here in Arizona. Now I know what you're thinking. Nick, all the rivers here are just dried up sand. Boy, do I have some surprises for you. Through the BIORETS program at the University of Arizona, I became a field researcher studying the Santa Cruz River, an actual river that flows. And I can't wait to share what I discovered with you. The Santa Cruz River flows for about 184 miles, starting in the San Rafael Valley to our east, flowing south into Mexico, then curving back north through southern Arizona into Tucson, and then further north where it meets up with the Gila River. Most people don't realize that this river has been the lifeblood of our desert community for thousands of years. Long before Tucson existed, long before America existed, heck, even before I existed, the Tohono O'odham people built their communities along this river. Then Spanish missionaries established their missions here in the 1600s, and early settlers chose this area specifically because of the reliable water source. But here's what's fascinating. The river has disappeared from much of Tucson for decades due to groundwater pumping, and only recently has water returned to some sections. This is thanks to years of hard work, planning, and some really dedicated people. The Santa Cruz is flowing again in spots not far from where we are right now. Today, the water we see flowing comes from treated wastewater. That's right, recycled water that's cleaner than most natural streams. I actually got to visit the site where the water gets treated. It's called Tres Rios, and every time you wash a dish, take a bath, or even flush a toilet, that water gets treated and not only can be used again in the future, but also creates an amazing riparian habitat along the way. I bet you never thought you'd hear water like this in the desert. Just take a listen. Speaking of habitat, I wasn't alone. The people who taught us, Dr. Boygan and Jacqueline, assembled a fantastic group of teachers, students, and grad students to help with this amazing research. Here we all are catching turtles. That's the same spiny soft-shelled turtle you saw me holding in the beginning. The treated water has helped so many species of plants and animals flourish. It has even brought in some invasive species, like our friend here. Don't worry, no turtles were harmed in the making of this video, and we released it back into the river. Let's talk about some of the native species we can see. But first, a fit check. Cool dude hat? Check. Baddie sunglasses? Check. Hydration? Check. Binoculars? Check. Net gator? Check. And the damselfly adds +5 Riz. But what can we see on the river? That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. There are some really cool plants like this sneezeweed, or this smartweed. There's duckweed too. It's not all weeds, because we have invertebrates like this damselfly, or this queen butterfly, or my favorite, the fatal metal mark. We got big boys, like this young redtail walking in the wash. What is he giving? Don't forget the reptiles, like this ornate tree lizard, and this guy is super cool, an elegant earless lizard. But my favorite was this little Sonoran mud turtle, a native species that with help from human friends is making a comeback. This river supports amazing biodiversity. Thousands of insects, plants, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians call it home. But it is so much more. Remember that water treatment plant? Yup, that's the one. While the treated water provides a home for some species and a rest stop for others, it's also recharging the aquifers where we get our water from. The story of the Santa Cruz and Tucson's water supply is way too big for one video. But don't worry, we'll talk about all of it in the classroom. And on the river. That's right, you will get to experience running river water right here in Tucson. My goal this year is to teach you what I learned about field research. That means we're going to have to get our feet wet, work together to gather data, and explore this amazing ecosystem. So who's ready to go in river with me? So guys, are poo jokes your favorite type of jokes?
Yes.
Yeah, for me they're a solid number 2.